First, it was Rocky, the 3-month-old English bulldog who was sold with kennel cough.
It was just hard to look at him and say, I'm sorry, buddy. Couldn't help you. I tried.
After 3 weeks of desperate attempts to save the puppy, Rocky had to be put down.
She's real skittish.
Now, it's Lacey.
This is what she's on now, which is people medicine.
Patty Johnson says she, too, ended up buying a dog with kennel cough.
I want their license taken away for selling sick puppies.
Both Lacey and Rocky were purchased at the Novi Petland store in September, and their owners say the dogs were sick when they bought them.
She had a runny nose, and she had a little bit of a cough. But they told us she had a cold and was on medicine.
After she purchased Lacey, Patty took the puppy to the same vets who had been checking her while she was at the pet store.
I said something about her having a cold, and the vet said, oh, no, she had kennel cough.
Patty says she spent the next month taking Lacey to the vet several times a week.
She would cough to the point where she got sick.
Throwing up?
Throwing up. She would gag. That's not a healthy puppy.
Patty says they had to do chest x-rays, blood work, and the little Cocker Spaniel was put on daily breathing treatments for bronchitis.
I cried a lot of tears.
Patty says she tried calling Petland to complain that she paid $488 for a sick dog, but no one answered because the store inside 12 Oaks Mall has been closed for remodeling since October 1st.
I've driven over there 3 or 4 times. The doors are locked. You can't get in.
Hello. That's the same thing we found the last time we wanted to talk to Petland managers last month. We did not get any answers on camera at the time, but we have since learned that people have reported to the Humane Society of the United States that they also got sick dogs from the Novi Petland. And the Novi store isn't the only Petland location that's dealing with consumer complaints. The Westland franchise, which is operated by a different owner, has been in the doghouse with a local group called the Puppy Mill Awareness Meetup.
They're selling sick dogs from puppy mills?
The protesters want people to boycott both local stores because of this, the class action lawsuit that customers have filed against Petland. The current version of the lawsuit uses information from a Humane Society of the United States investigation. The HSUS claims the national chain gets many of its dogs from puppy mills, mass breeders often accused of sacrificing the health of dogs for profit. The HSUS says earlier this year it discovered documentation of the Novi store receiving dogs from alleged puppy mills that have been cited for Animal Welfare Act violations.
This is no way to treat man's best friend.
In fact, the local protesters just uncovered this state of Missouri health certificate that shows Petland Novi received 6 dogs in August from a breeder who has been cited by the USDA for having unsafe electric fencing for dogs. In the past, the USDA cited that same breeder for selling puppies to pet stores before they're 8 weeks old, which increases their chances of illness. The new owner of the Novi Petland says he does not buy dogs from substandard breeders, and he says all of his animals are checked by a vet before they're sold. His store is now back open, and he says he's happy to sit down with any customers who have concerns.
We would like to see them just sell animal supplies and just be a regular pet store. So we're working really hard to have Petland go humane.
Until they do, the activists want families to visit places like the Humane Society of Huron Valley to adopt a homeless pet instead of shelling out thousands of dollars at pet stores for dogs who might not be healthy. As for Lacey, Patty is trying to nurse her back to good health. So far, the Petland warranty has paid for most of the puppy's medical bills, but it's Patty's peace of mind that will take the longest to recover.
What I really want is an apology from them, and I want them closed for selling sickly puppies.
Petland's national spokesperson is telling us that she doesn't think their side of the story is being fairly represented. But I have tried several times to talk to the owners of both of the local Petland stores. They have refused to do an on-camera interview with us. I'm Heather Catallo, Channel 7 Action News.